Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of News Bulletin. In the headlines today, Shrujini Mela organized for employees of Hot Strip Mill Department. Safety Intervention Sankalp held for employees of Silicon Steel Mill. And certificate and school uniform distribution function held at Deepika Ispat Siksha Sadan of RSP. Now the news in detail. A Shrujini Mela was organized for the employees of Hot Strip Mill Department on 6th July to motivate them to give their creative suggestions pertaining to their respective areas of work. Mr. P. Murali, GM in charge HSM, the chief guest of the Mela, formally inaugurated the program. Present on the occasion were sectional representatives, Mr. M.S. Mangar, DGM IED and Shrujini Nodal Officer, other officers and employees of the department. More than 600 suggestions were generated on the spot during the function. Each of the suggestors were presented with a token gift. Mr. Mangar elaborated on the status of Shrujini Creativity Scheme in the department. Mr. R.N. Rajendran, DGM HSM, coordinated the function. To strengthen the culture of safety within the plant, Sankalp, a safety intervention, was organized for the employees of Silicon Steel Mill at RDCIS Conference Hall on 3rd July. Mr. A. Biswas, DGM in charge SSM, presided over the session. Mr. C.R. Mishra, DGM SSM O, Mr. S.C. Mohanty, DGM Safety, Mr. A. Mohanta, JO Safety and ASO, and Mr. V.S. Gunnar, Senior Manager Fire Services, were also present on the occasion. In all, 40 persons comprising regular employees, members of Suraksha Chakras and contract labor attended the program. During the session, two short films on safety, one made by Public Relations Department of RSP, Apanankara Apekhyare Kehi Achanti, and the other based on behavioral-based safety, Maine Anya Disha Mein Dekhna Pasand Kiya, and an animated documentary on safety was screened. A small motivational speech by Amitabh Bachchan related to safety was also shown. Elaborative presentations and safety talks were presented by the DSO and the representatives of Safety and Fire Services departments. Program was coordinated by Mr. D. Banerjee, DGM, CRM and DSO, CRM and SSM. A function was organized at Deepika Ispat Siksha Sadan Sector 18, a free school of Rourkela steel plant, on 6th July to felicitate the Class 10 passed out students and distribute school uniforms to the students of Class 1 for the new session. Mrs. Suman Lata, Acting President Deepika Mahila Sangati, presided over the function. Present on the occasion were Mrs. Anuradha Banerjee and Mrs. Meenakshi Mahapatra, both Vice Presidents of DMS, Mr. A.K. Nayak, GM TA and CSR, Mr. P.M. Behera, DGM in charge CSR, Mrs. Munmun Mitra, AGM CSR, Mrs. Sujata Kuntia, Secretary DMS, Governing Body Members and Volunteers of DMS, Mr. S. Samal, Headmaster DISS, Mr. S. Mishra, School Administrator, Mr. D. Das, Junior Section in charge, parents, teachers and students. The dignitaries handed over the pass certificates to the students and congratulated them and the teachers for their efforts in securing cent% result for the school. She exhorted the students to keep up the name of the school and their families with their academic endeavors. They also provided guidance to the students with regard to the future course of action. They counseled the students and parents with regard to admission of the children in 10+2 in RSP-run Ispat Vidya Mandir or Government ITI or KIIT Bhubaneswar. It may be noted that DISS registered cent% result in HSC board examination conducted by BSc Odisha for the 4th consecutive year. During the function, the chief guest and the dignitaries also distributed school uniforms to the new students of Class 1. It may be mentioned that at present, 675 students are studying in classes 1 to 10 at Deepika Ispat Siksha Sadan. Every year, the students get the entire set of study material, accessories and uniforms including shoes and school bags for free. Nutritious midday meal is also being provided to them through the Akshay Patra project of RSP. That's all in this edition of Rourkela News. Namaskar.